It's been a while, guys. It's been a while since I've been back here. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. The sun is shining, and I think I want to take this opportunity to talk to you guys a little bit. You know, um, see, to my brothers and sisters in Sierra Leone, I want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to you guys. See, the world is facing a lot of challenges. So the question that I have for you guys is how prepared are you to meet, the many challenges that the world is going to face? You know, uh, that is the fundamental question that I want you guys to ask yourself. I'm going to try to do this live in Creole as much because I really want to be able to reach to my brothers and sisters that have moved, especially away from the provinces, from their small villages and towns, and which is of course no fault of their own because we live in the fourth industrial revolution, in this social media space where people see things and what they see is what they aspire. So, especially with the access of, internet, they've seen the beautiful sides of life. So a lot of our brothers and sisters in the villages say, you know what, let me go to town and go see if I can make, a better life for myself and my family. And so if you travel across Sierra Leone today, you go to some of these small towns and villages, what you'd see is old people and probably a few pregnant women and a lot of kids. But like the young men, the young women, the ones that are not engaged or married or anything, a lot of them have left these villages, they've left these small towns, they've gone into the capital cities or they've gone into bigger towns so they can see how best they can take advantage of the opportunities that these towns have to offer. So, that is what I really want to talk to you guys about because, if anything, we have to prepare ourselves, for the future. So that is why I'm asking you. You don't prepare yourself for the future of what is coming. And I know this topic is going to be one that, especially in Sierra Leone, when you look at the government in power, their supporters on social media, when the prices of goods and, especially food items, right, keeps rising across the world, they see it as an opportunity for, just support the fact that, oh, everything there across the world. So they're not thinking about, okay, what can we do in Sierra Leone to fix this, right? Some people are telling this, and mark my words, man, and I read my lips. There is no reason for Africans to suffer the way, goods and services across the world, especially food prices, are getting higher every day. Even in America, people feel it. But you cannot compare America to Sierra Leone again because why? The minimum wage in America now, I think, is about $15 now an hour. Almost the average Sierra Leonean they make $15 an hour is over what? Maybe 150,000 leones, 200,000. Okay. Almost Salon Posse they make 500,000 leones per month done. So we cannot compare that, right? Because they can use this foolish comparison. Oh, boy, look at things. Then look cassava self there in America. Yes, how much it go cost me for buy one cassava? How much it go cost somebody to leave the America where they work, where gets a job, or buy one cassava? Compare that to Sierra Leone. But why am I saying what I'm saying? That none of these issues not for they affect Africa. Food shortages and this and that, enough affect. Basically, that is the fundamental problem that we have. So a lot of the issues that is affecting the western part of the world, enough affect Africa. Where you take with towns and villages, them we get so much land, but governments not get initiative for able to go at the town chief level for engaged communities so that they can farm and grow within and they eat. Able rest for the other country, while for the import rice? That is the question you should ask yourself. So you see how these international issues will not be affecting us. It's because again, greed and corruption. Inside this importation of rice, the governments get the agents, the agent that would import the rice, of course, then get for cuts, their own cuts, give to the government officers, them way, they're in charge of the exportation of rice. So it's all about racketeering. Because instead of the energy and the amount of money that we spend, billions of dollars a year, if not millions of dollars a year, hundreds of millions of dollars a year, what we spend for imports rice alone. If we use that money and that energy towards agriculture, growing our own food, there is no way Africans and Sierra Leoneans should suffer, right? But this is one of the things I want to talk about. So, like I said, it's a beautiful Saturday. It's been a while. I've been busy trying to catch up now. I can't focus. I say, wait till I talk to her small today. Don't say small. And at least let's talk about these things, because for me, I care about the young people now in our country, in Africa, because the level of awareness is off the charts. You know, the young folks are so energetic and excited about the future of Africa that I think it's imperative that people like myself will get their attention, small talk to them, and that is what I'm doing now. You know, so that is why I'm engaging you guys. All right, because I want to prepare ourselves. Things are gonna happen. The world is taking a turn. Everywhere is gonna be difficult. Now you see what's going to happen. You know, across the African continent, across the European continent, the level of awareness is getting there. Africa, we don't for suffer. Africa, we don't for suffer food shortage. We don't for suffer water shortage. We don't for suffer none of these shortages across the world. You know, then shortage here where they happen. We not for be a part of her. You know, we get rain constantly and continuously every year. I mean, we get so much rain, we don't even know how the water, forget to conserve the water. Again, we get all the 7 rivers, where my brother Cashbox can mention all the time. 7 rivers across Sierra Leone. You know, we cannot even, we're not able to tap into that and say, look, provide pipe-borne water, you know, for every citizen across Sierra Leone. It is a disgrace. It is shameful, guys. And there is no excuse for this. So I'm saying to you, the future of Africa and the future of Sierra Leone, basically, it is us as a young people. We have to be engaged, and we have to start calling out our leaders. We have to stop the foolishness, the party loyalties. We get for stop the tribal loyalties. We get for stop the regional sentiments. You know, we get for stop. Now we go school. Now we be the radical college. All of that nonsense has to stop. You see, because a lot of these group thing is what is killing the continent of Africa. Because instead of people, you know, get their allegiance, you know, to the constitution and the country as a whole, instead of citizens, you know, imbibe and cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism, you know, as stipulated by the Constitution, Section 13B of the 1991 Constitution makes it very clear. You know, instead of people cultivating a sense of nationalism and patriotism, where they'll put the country above everything else, you know, what they do is they get their loyalties to political party leaders. You know, watch social media. If you come now, you hit on a politician, you say this politician is not doing what they're supposed to do. You're going to have a lot of these, I call them little sycophants, you know, miscreants in society. You know, the ones that really feel for, they just don't want for land. No matter what you do, some of these, they're blockaded. No matter what you say, they are fixed on their party lines. They are fixed with their loyalties to political party leaders. They are fixed on their tribal sentiments. They are fixed on their regional, you know, engagings and stuff like that. So they're able to break through that mold and break through away from that group thing, you know, and say, let me be an individual for a moment. Not think for myself. That is what is lacking in Sierra Leone. These folks don't think for themselves, a lot of them, right? But you are the conscious ones in Sierra Leone. We're not open up our eyes and I don't see. And that is why I'm telling you guys, prepare yourselves. For example, we will do this part of the world. If, say, I want to engage in farming, first of all, the area where I want for farm, therefore be recognized as a farming area for one. I no go able for say na my backyard. I'll go begin dig there for plant cassava or plant potato. Some people can do them anyways, you know. But if my HOA find out say that is what I'm doing there without permission, well, of course I need to go take permission from them if I get for do anything extra like that. I mean, yard, it is a problem. But again, in Sierra Leone, why we for starve, right? So these are the concerns that we have. But this is the problem when we get until we're able for breakthrough. When people stop them political party loyalties. Because also I salon like today, so with everything that is happening, when I look at the elections which happen, you know, how fraudulent the elections are. We listen to Ambassador David Reimer, you know, coming out and painstakingly getting involved and speak about, you know, within the US government, the view is about the whole elections. I mean, even though for me, I can say Ambassador David Reimer was very soft, you know, with his approach. But you see how useless and foolish the SLPP idiots are, so much to the point, they don't even get the sense and courtesy for saying, you know what, this man is on our side. Because if anything, Ambassador Ibrahim spoke very well for them. Because the fact that he even talked about compromising, for let the APC or the opposition and compromise, and go and participate in governance. That alone is a win for the SLPP. But these guys are so stupid that they could not even see that. But anyways, that is why we don't make the position very clear to Ambassador Reimer, to the State Department, and to the U.S. government that this is not a democracy right now. We don't have a government. It is not legitimate because it does not reflect the voices and the views of the people. It does not reflect the votes of Sierra Leoneans. So these are some of the challenges that we are facing in our times. Democracy is backsliding across the world. And a lot of us as Africans, we hope, say democracy would be the thing that's going to change, our country for the better, right? But we see, democracy is not making that impact that we want to see. Instead, what it's doing is legitimizing the level of, wickedness, the level of thuggery, the level of corruption on the parts of these political party leaders. That is what we see. That's what democracy does these days, right? Because, again, these guys come to power. They come with a fantasy. First of all, it's a fantasy where they can get wealthy. After a lot of these guys, they don't come into power. Sierra Leone is a classic case. They don't come to power for can work for ordinary people. Then they come to power because they don't dream of how it is for get into politics and become rich overnight. Then they become gentry, drive motorcar where they not go drive on a normal, drive $200,000-$300,000 motorcar if I'm not mistaken. Build course them, travel overseas, carry them picking a camp school for can study overseas. But yet you have idiots that will continue to support these politicians. When you come out here and hit them, see, these politicians are not doing what is right for the people. You look at the healthcare sector in Africa, delicate today, Sierra Leone, classically again, right? How many people able to go and see doctor today? Some man from where they're born, then wake. At this particular point in time, they're not the old, so that they carry age. To this point, they don't sleep awake for almost years of their life. They've never seen a doctor. All in believing that Pepe doctor medicine, them herbalist medication and this and that. They're suffering. It's not doing anything for them. They don't get eye doctor, access for see eye doctor. They don't get access for see a dentist. We call them teeth remote. And some of these, they come back and can fetch you for politicians. It gets titat. It gets two teeth to the remote. A much filthy so. But that the same people this will come fetch you for politician. We tell us, say, stand up to this politician. This politician is crooked. This politician is stand for una. This politician is supposed to represent una. That the same people in this will come back and can challenge you. They are sick. Some of them get diabetes. They don't even get the medication. They don't know what thing they do them. And get so foot not well. They don't know why. Because they're diabetic. They don't get the medication. They don't get the treatment. But these are the same people that will come back and can fetch you. When you talk about the politicians, we're responsible for their demise and the problems and everything that they're going through. So this is the situation that we have in Africa. And so that is why I said to you guys, you the young folks coming up, we have to change our mindset and change our mentality. Don't fall into that trap. There should be nobody supporting and standing beside a politician if they're not doing the right things. We should only be supporting and jubilating and celebrating with these politicians if they're doing the right things by us. Show me the hospital. Show me the schooling system. Show me the road network. Show me the jobs. Show me what they're doing. Give me the data when it comes to infant mortality rate. When we talk about the amount of people where they die at a very early age, and an infant mortality rate, all right? Because of waiting, lack of nutrition, lack of good food. Because the mama force me, they suffer. They can born this pikin. They get it belly, they eat well. So the pikin they get vital nutrients. Wait for make the pikin come out healthy and whole. So these are all the problems that we have in our society. They born the pikin, now the pikin come out malnourished. They never for feed them and they die. Give me the rate, give me the percentage. How many of these people know these things that we talk about? But when we come, we say, hey, these politicians, now them, if Marabio destroys Sierra Leone, you don't destroy Sierra Leone by himself. You have an opposition for a reason. Otherwise, we don't need to forget opposition. When man can have power, let me do what you want to do. Then after the 5 years, all man go back and go contest the election. Would I win? No opposition for the rest of the lifetime. Why would we get a parliament if the parliament is not there to protect the people? So these are the fundamental questions, right? We look at the maternal mortality rate. Now look at how much belly woman and they go born, where they survive. Give me the data. Give me the statistics, right? So this is the kind of education, when we talk about civic education, these are the things we're saying to citizens. Before you pull close, they can't fetch Ibrahim, or they go and they not corner, they type, they talk nonsense against Ibrahim. Ibrahim is not doing this for me. I need one for me picking them. I need one for me own close family members them. I'm doing it for that picking a village and that picking a town or a capital city self. We don't know nothing innocently. But they suffer. Team for each now is not trouble. You know, for letting them get good clothes for wearing a trouble. For letting them get access to proper health care, not trouble. I didn't pick it there. I remember. Manso Kamara them. Where the foot they foot rotting. Small so foot, they turn the bone come out. Small so foot, they turn the foot past they get for go amputate almost. Those are the kids that I think about. That is why I'm on social media. I'm not here for these idiots. Because if it's for these idiots, would they come? Because, you know, my brother can record to get this parable where they say, rain make sheep and goat go with one side. Because a lot of these idiots, a lot of these fools, to God and is under normal circumstances, when they know they meet up, we will not meet up. No. Under no circumstances. Not so we better pass them. It's just be say in this life, decide who self don't go, so don't go, the branch or don't branch out. They're not going to go there again. So we're not on their level, in as much as we are all the same human being. But we try for bring and come up to a level. But they're the same ones resisting and trying to fight back and defend the same politicians that should actually protect and take care of them. I mean, are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? But this is the issues that we have. And this is why we have to fight very strongly. Because the challenges facing the world, I'm telling you, it's going to affect one more past any part else. Because a lot of these guys, they're talking about sovereignty. You look at, you know, with the SLPPD, oh, Salon is a sovereign state. But sovereign state, you know, you talk about when the term for the GTT report, David Francis, whatever, when I was in England, Mr. Prime Minister, nonsense bullcrap, right? Now David Schengen did the himself, I see the sharp amount. Small bubble, go get prosthetic PhD in making fake foot. And go make him Prime Minister. Because that's how they call a Chief Minister, Prime Minister. Yes. Instead of the sharp amount now, they tell the ambassador, they tell the American government that, you know, Sierra Leone is a sovereign state. These are the same people that have been dancing and jubilating about MCC money. Everything they do is about grants. Right now, they are sitting there writing grants. Everything my brother Cashbox talks about with the granting thing, right? That is what in every politician that Sierra Leone believe. Maybe we've switched some minds now lately because how long pan bigger? Because grant is basically you constantly begging. You do big number constantly. Would they respect you? They're talking about sovereign state when everything are big than they big. Every small thing are big. Go look the money where Salon they get. Take out from the COVID point self under this SLPP, they received over close to $1 billion. What did they do with all that money there? You see, and talk about a sovereign state. So I'm telling you guys, the challenges that we're facing, these guys have no ideas of what to do. They're not getting no clue of what they should do. How they're going to go about solving these problems for you, the people. And that is why I'm talking to you, young boys and young girls. You know, some of them, it's like you're my age bearing. I know I look very, very young. I know, but I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm in my 40s now. So a lot of you guys that are in your 20s, I'm telling you, you come up from that village, you come up from, guys, when I go back, go engage in subsistence farming. When I go protect on land them. When I go grow on your own cassava. When I go grow on your own petete. When I go grow on your own plantain. When I go grow on your own food. When I rear on your own animals. Get you goats, get you sheep them, get you cow them. When I go back to the village. Go take care of yourself because the paramount concern we'll get forget with the challenge with the world get for face now hunger and starvation. Now hunger and starvation. And what I get for suffer the most is Africa. And it should not be that way. It should not be that way. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. Appreciate that. Awesome. All right. If Bobo don't fix breakfast for me, that's all right. But it shouldn't be that way, guys, like I was saying, right? If I want to say if not for me, I go sit down and I just know beginning to me work and say and eat. So sorry for me, you know, saying Papa and that, you know, took care about the belly size. So, yeah, thanks to him for that, right? But it shouldn't be that way, guys. I'm telling you guys, we have to get back to our communities, local communities. And it sound the alarm now. Your government will not do this. SLPP, they're not saving tell what it talks. So they will not think about this. But like I say, we don't have a government right now. Until we get the disaggregated voter, you know, data from all the polling stations across that country, we don't have a legitimate government. We don't have a government. But I want to tell you, and I say, in as much as we are facing all these challenges, when I see where all the leaders, they're all man on silent now, yin quiet, When you look at the APC, of course, the through the Secretary General, like all man they go now, Lansana Doumbouya is doing a phenomenal work, speaking up about the position of the party, because this is not about political party. This is about saving the soul of our democracy, right? This is about saving the soul of our democracy. But I'm going to get to that. But all I'm saying to you guys is this: get back to your local communities. When I go back now and I village them. When I go back now and I tongue them. If nobody not tell this, me they tell this, I tell I say the world is going to face a lot of challenges. There's going to be a lot of issues coming, and you have to prepare yourself for that. It's only a matter of time. Inside America, Europe, where you take example like rent, people are suffering. This part of the world with rent. Every day, rent prices are going up. Mortgage prices, the interest rate on mortgages are going up. So a lot of young people, they come out college with all their education, all their degrees. If you're single, if they're single, they cannot afford to buy a home. Because I can picture, my first house we buy in America, this was way back 12, 13 years ago. Me and me were 4x4 source. It was $210,000 then 10 a day. Going back fast forward now today, 13, 14 years later, then hosting the will be by what they take and say now start at homes. Then they for start, get yourself going. Not to the mansion, yeah. Just a start at home, a rambler, 3 bedrooms, in basement, all that, right? Then 10 a day, $210,000. Now they host a day. Matter of fact, I look up the value of that host day, that before host day. It's over $400 and something thousand now. Over 400 plus, almost $500,000. It is rising rapidly every day. So back then 10 a day, and me being in the military as well, I don't pay high interest rate like how the average person go pay high interest rate, right? I don't pay high interest rate. So again, because the interest rate, they factor into the amount of mortgage you get for pay every month. But it's not even about the houses. It's about rental properties, them. They've gotten so expensive. People cannot even afford, to rent these days. Because man, what do they make all that for is going towards rent. By the time they pay their rent, it's finished. So young people cannot afford all of that. So there is hard times everywhere. Even though these governments in this part of the world, they are making provisions. They are making provisions to protect citizens against stuff like this. They go for write legislation them. They go for put bills them forward in the parliament for protect citizens them, because renters are taking advantage. The inflation is high. And it goes back to a video my brother do recently where they talk about Cashbox. When I go look at that TikTok, when I get TikTok, I don't use TikTok, but Cashbox is on TikTok. When I look for Cashbox O, there's a video where he put on there, he's talking about the fact that the inflation that is affecting the world. Africa, they contribute a lot to that. And it's a fact, because we don't produce anything. Can you imagine if we government and be serious in terms of agriculture? We don't produce we own food, we say they contribute, we produce rest, we contribute. Can you imagine the iron ore we get instead of we allow China come no more? I want to work with China. I love China because they're very progressive. They want to succeed. They're going, right? I want people like those. But at the same time, I'm not going to go into contract with them where you go for disadvantage me and my own people, right? So Cashbox talk about that video that the inflationary problems we'll get in Africa is because we don't produce anything. So these are the things we're saying to you, the young people of Africa. We want to understand this. What's that the inflation again? Now with too much money, they chase few goods, right? Too much money, when we can brother the define and fauna in the basic labor terms. Too much money, but boku tino de for buy. The money day, but tino no de for buy. With Africa, you go say you don't even get the money for buy the small way, right? But in this part of the world, there's too much money chasing few goods, so it becomes scarce. And that scarcity, they make people that they take advantage of the fact that I can shoot up my price and make some profit there. That is what is happening. So I'm telling you all these guys because I want you to prepare yourselves. In Sierra Leone, there should be no excuse. Don't wait for these governments until we get leaders that have your interest. We're not going anywhere. Until we have the leaders that really can change Sierra Leone, like how Singapore, we get the Liku one, and in group, about 17 of them. When I get for read that book, the communicator can talk about how Singapore from third world to first world. It's a book. From third world to first world. When I read that book, they buy them if you're able to buy them. From Liku one in Singapore, how Singapore became, transformed from a third world country to a first world country delicate today. It is because you have leaders that inspire and aspire for greatness. They're not there for themselves. They're there for their people. We not get our itness alone. We were close, very close with former President Nkrumah in the first 5 years of his term. We were close. But the society is so cancerous that it was not easy for them to keep it up, because you have to have like minds. People, like for Boku, we get like minds where they think along that line to say, we are going to make the change that we need. So until we get them, and we're not sitting around wait for these governments. They don't care. They're not serious. They're not going to do it for you guys. You know what they do? Because a lot of Una, they would have fed for them. When people like us come, we get some inclination. We get some level of intelligence who's not compromised, because I don't believe in that crap. I'm self. I can take care of myself. I don't need politicians to take care of me. I understand why some of you guys fall so low and become like matter them for letting mass pauna. I can understand, but still it's not an excuse. Because they're the reason why delicate today, you know, matter are growing the mass by you, because when I continue to support them and give them blind loyalty. So they would not change. They would not do anything to improve your lives. They want you guys to be sick. They want you to be weak. They want you to be divided. That is what politicians want. Then they celebrate and they gladdy. They call can come on. Hey, Ibrahim, come over here and politician them. Come over here and this politician. Then they gladdy. Because instead of when I left, then they can challenge Ibrahim. Now they can play between. Like now una girlfriend them. So now your girlfriend, now you go defend or your wife. Now you get right for go defend the waiting. But una politician, they make money pass una, they thief pass una, then they live luxurious life pass una, very luxurious standard of living. They get water, they stay, they pick, they go get water at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, where they want hospital, they fly camp overseas, America, England, France, all sides, Germany. But una surrender. You suffer like I suffer, but you fight for the politician. You one day responsible for the destruction of your life. We're responsible for the destruction of you picking them future. You grand picking them future. You see, so these days, I mean, I just want to give some conscious vibes and let you guys know, my brothers and sisters, una go down, una village them. Una go down, una small tongue them. Una go begin plant, una food. Una go begin grow with una eat. Tough times are coming ahead. And these current guys that will get where they lie, say that they're not power because they're not legitimate there. These guys, they don't have that vision, they don't get a plan there. All they wait for, now Uda go come, wait and say today, Angry Robokuna Salon, from 2020, WFP, World Food Program, has been reporting about the hunger and starvation in Sierra Leone. But we're not taking it seriously. When I go apply on see people that they suffer. When I go apply on see people that they starve. It is a reality, but people don't see these things. So while you're on social media fighting for politicians, they can make Mr. Attack or Mrs. Attack. They pay lucky life. Some of the diaspora already look for and forget opportunity, forget clan with these politicians. So that go back and go continue for go destroy the country. Una all now una did the diaspora, una they see the wrong, una they live beautiful lives. I get water, they come inside on a homeland. So the diaspora, you know, not so pass you get big holes or fine holes and this and that. As long as you day somewhere. Go to the bathroom, water day. Go to the kitchen, water day. When I get the facilities there, when I get the accesses there, when I get electricity 24 hours, when I did the diaspora, when I enjoy, when I pick them, they're sick today, they can't go to hospital. I like when I not get health insurance, they go treat them, they go take care of them. Because it's the system, it's built. The system was built for that. But when they come for push down the inside Sierra Leone, so we hold we leaders accountable. When I did the diaspora, they come after we. Now they can challenge we, and they defend these politicians. On a level of wickedness would be punishable someday. On a level of wickedness, because it's wicked. Because for anybody, we don't see the light. They decide not to transfer that light to somebody else. You're wicked. That is why people like us, I see the light. I don't need to come here and brag. I'm not super special. I'm not a wealthy guy. No. But I'm able to go and come and make a living for myself. That is what is important, right? I know go bigger. My picking no go bigger. But I got the power, right? My family, okay. In a real small way. But I get the responsibility, since I've seen the light, to come out here and educate and pass on that wealth of knowledge and information to you guys. Because I want to empower myself. Information is key in life. Lack of information is why a lot of African countries today are in total disarray. Lack of information. So that is why people like us are coming out here to give you the information to let you succeed. That is what I'm doing. And so anybody within the diaspora, within different politicians in Sierra Leone, I want you guys to know that they are your problems. They are the cause of the disaster and the problems we have in Sierra Leone today. If Sierra Leone go before, you cannot support politicians blindly like that. You did at the diaspora. Everything is beautiful for you. The only people who are going to respect that the one way he did at the diaspora, he pack up, he left the diaspora, he sell everything we get, he take in wealth, he take in Pekin, he take in man, he take all the way get to go inside salon. If you want to that one person, you want to show me a letter. Not to under extenuating circumstances. So nothing happen in America, you don't get no case, no crime, no issue, nothing. He pack up, he say, I go salon, he pack up everything, I go support this politician. He left all things, he take in Pekin, them all money go. Matter of fact, he give up in citizenship, so you don't get hope for say they come back safe in this part of the world. I go respect that person. But other than that, I want to say if that person did not do one, then they're the diaspora. Then they support politicians them. When we did country like I did like today, so people they sick, but the woman they die when they go born. People don't get access to dental. People don't get access to eye doctor them. People when they get cataracts that they eye then they carry age now, then feel say it's a normal thing. Where they only they blind. No, not at all. Just because somebody don't carry age, they don't get cataract, we don't form a lot of cloud around the eye. You know, they see better again, you know, vision very foggy in the morning, foggy during the day, foggy at night. That cataract. What's happen? Now, because the natural lens inside we eye, over time, it's just like for motorcar. I'll give another example first. When you look at old motorcar in headlight, the headlights don't become oxidized. So when the motorcar new, the headlights clear, no so. But as time goes by, it begin get a little fog to them. Like the same thing with the human being. When we carry age, so the natural lens inside your eyes, naturally they get older and foggier and, you know, stiffer and all of that. So what's in the happen? There's a procedure for that. It's just the emulsification. Then they go no more, they remove that lens, they replace them with implant, giving the right characteristic. They're going to do all kind of measurements, IOL master, all of that, for make sure say they get the right lens for you, yeah. With the correct prescription, refractive power, we're going to make you see back. All of these, it is there. My brother, Dr. Roland, then we can always they help people with hernia procedures in Sierra Leone. You know, a lot of Sierra Leoneans are suffering from hernia because of what's in that heavy carry, where they carry, you know, people they suffer not to come on. Brother Roland don't do thousands of surgery. Working, so take it, I can just cut out now WhatsApp and make an announcement, say, hey, everybody send me somebody where you sabi we get, you know, a hernia where they suffer from Bosing at this particular point in time, because, you know, hernia is pretty much like a Bosing, you know. Send until we would go do the procedure for them. We did one. All of these are things that we do. We don't come now, we talk out. We don't talk as much, but sometimes you just have to share so people will know and we take care of all of that. But I'm telling you guys, these are some of the things we talk about. So we have a responsibility to hold our leaders accountable. If Salonga for go before, not so by, you know, anybody who defend politicians, I tell them say they are enemies of the state. Anybody where they can blindly defend a politician, they are enemies of the state. They don't want Salon for go before. They are the problems themselves. These people don't like themselves. They hate themselves. And you know, for hate yourself so, if you let yourself pass anything else. But look around you, what's in the happen, bro. Look with country, small Salon, less than 8 million people. Hey, bro, look where the country dirty. Look where it's filthy. Go around the city, watch and see. Smell all over the place. No proper sanitation. But tell me, man, you can't defend politician. Huh? The water don't mix with human feces. Them politicians, then they import the water there. But una where they drink their well water, so their well water they make typhoid not done. Typhoid not done. Hepatitis C all over. Everybody is sick. Somebody they well so in body, if you like say, you know, get fat body. This part of the world, fat body not necessary now. Man like a way active. I mean, you know, you see, we're not the fat. Because you can't wear my active, bruh. Fat not they get place for cancer though. And plus, I would not have even allow fat for cancer though, under no circumstances. You know? So, other than the fact that, like, the way man busy, man for workout as much. But I still stay active though. If you tell me for do 60 push-ups right now, they knock 60 push-ups for you, steady, easy, I know they shake safe. You know? But yeah, but I'm just saying all of these things, guys, I don't understand. Say, people that are in the diaspora that are supporting these politicians are the enemies of society. Because they live in a first world country where the laws are in place to protect them and the kids. But no, they feel say Salon, they're like a dirty box. And one of the people of Salon, I don't wise up, I don't wake up. I want to see a level of awareness where political leaders don't get place. I want for them to reach a point to go on this day where politicians come on and treat the question that they ask, I'm not to go dance no more. When I wear polo and go dance, when they ask critical questions. And I begin seeing and doing this election we pass, so are very critical questions. Although some of the candidates then flop the opportunities that we give them. There was an incident where a young lady, they asked a politician a very good question. Politician mess up that thing, like mess up the opportunity to answer the question of that lady there. But these are the things that we're saying, though. You know, Sierra Leoneans are waking up, and I'm proud of you guys every day. And continue to stay conscious. Don't fight for politicians, not defend politicians. If they lie on them, fine. But if they don't lie on them, they tell you the fact about these politicians, the role that they are playing, particularly so in today's society. If Marabio get mind for doing what they do so like today, Timapa we neck like Timapa we neck, because we get useless opposition leaders there, useless opposition politicians. If they were effective, you know they happen. When they share them video in Liberia, when they share them video in another country, when they see opposition and they stand up. When they share them video, when they see they target, when they prosecute Donald Trump. But when it comes to Salona, they go defend their own politician. It's kind of uselessness time. It's kind of foolishness time. Wake up, guys. But again, when I remember, the world is going through a transition. The world is going through hard times. I want you to bear this in mind. When I prepare myself, tough times ahead, especially when it comes to food scarcity. When I think about growing my own food, when I go back now in a village and town them, I know. I say this every day. You know, if I have what it takes, why I want to come on a village? I love that village life. I love the quietness of the village. I love the sounds of the birds. I love the greenery. I love the peaceful atmosphere within these towns and villages. All the people in need in a village, give them water, pipe-borne water running through their homes. Give them electricity. Give them good roads. Give them access to healthcare within their communities. Give them access to good schools within their communities. Why have I left my village for go to a big town? For go crowd with people? Then we make sure, say, the farmers them, we able to get a system where, like back in the days of the SLPMB, where Tijan Kaba, you know, then destroy completely, thief all the money in the SLPMB, where we make Tijan Kaba go Sierra Leone because it was banished, you know, from Sierra Leone completely. Now Momo, Joseph Saidu Momo, na income, allow him back for come and can participate now with democracy. This is what we for left for do. We give people them chance, we don't deserve chances for come and participate. They we don't prove themselves already, say they are corrupt. We allow them back for camp for another time. Now we'll get so they like it in Sierra Leone. So we have to go back to the days of the SLPMB. We make sure, say, farmers them wouldn't grow, then crops them, or we young brothers and sisters them. Because I don't want to say you're a farmer, you know, but you're farming. Because the young people don't like the word farming. And then young girls say, if you say being a farmer, they don't want you. You see, everybody they chase this fast life. The young girl them all my one chase fast life. They don't want to go to school, they don't want to work, all they look for a man. They make politicians then they don't more for useless with money. The money we for go to hospital, the money we for go to road, the money we for go to schools, they go to the young girl them. Then they pass up and down the country every day. Why then shortcut? Why then close them, tight them, waste them? So then politicians inside them must go and see them now. The money we don't a lot for go do certain things, for take care of certain projects. That money they outside they go all for woman business and lucky life. Fly them can Dubai, fly them can overseas. All these are the problems we'll get in our society. All of these are the problems we have in our society. But until we get leaders ready for change that and they change that mindset, change that mentality, create opportunities for some of these young guys, let them go work. Wanna go down on a farm, wanna go farm. You're not saying that you waste life or take for sale. No, go farm. Do something productive for yourself. This is the things we're saying. So now prepare ourselves. The world is going through a lot of challenges. Americans are going through challenges. Europeans are going through challenges. But their governments are doing what is right by them for take care of them. Their leaders then they stand by the people for ensure, say, especially on the opposition side, for stand by and make sure, say, the governments do what them for do for take care of their people. I decided to do this in Creole today because I really wanted to reach you guys, my brothers and sisters in the villages and towns. I also want to share this with them. When I prepare yourself for the turbulence, if you don't remember anything you want to say on this life, remember no more for say there is hardship coming, and it get for be food scarcity, food shortage. There's going to be a food shortage coming. It is affecting overseas already. America we can manage. Yes, today you go to market, we website, they go to, you know, we can go, they go to their farmers market, we can go buy in bulk items, them, put in a freezer, or get a freezer at the basement where most people in America, Sierra Leoneans, they do them. You know, you go buy boku, come put them the basement freezer, then they can serve with 3 to 4 months. Fish them with the order them from salon and all that stuff. We come, you keep them, you take, 3 to 6 months. But all of those, it are expensive because transportation fare cost, everything is going up. So I'm telling you, Sierra Leoneans in Sierra Leone, go back to your village, go back to your small town, go begin farming, go begin grow your own crop, go begin grow your potato, grow your cassava, grow your yams, go grow your own food, go make your own chicken, make your own goat. Look at all the food when they go give in Africa. I don't even trust the food when they can't go to Africa. Processed. I mean, they sick, and then when I get healthcare back for take care of them. So these are all the things I say. I'm just waking up you guys. I'm waking you guys up. Stop sleeping. Stop the slumber. You know, I say again, my youngest boy is 9 years old. So I know say in America, for if anything, as far as consistently, I know say I get another 10 years now because until I see him go off, that's when I'll say, okay, what is my next move, right? But for the next 10 years, I know say I have to wait and see my young man, my youngest, go through what he will go through. But Sierra Leone is in our heart. I will get Sierra Leone. We were born and bred there. There's no place like home. No matter your success is overseas, you're going back home. So let's go empower with communities them. Let's go empower with villages them. Dr. Roland, like I say again, has been doing it for years. He goes Sierra Leone. When I look him up, Roland. He's on Facebook, Roland Touré. Roland G. Touré. He's on Facebook. When I look him up. I only partner with them quite a while on various projects them, even for build houses for people in that country. Although fet come inside within the community them, but that's business all team well. These are the things we're saying, guys. Prepare yourself for the damages and the future that is coming. Hunger is going to be the number one problems. So prepare yourself. Begin grow your food. Begin grow what you get for heat. Take care of your animal then. Get your own goats them. Get your sheep them. Go live the quiet life in the villages. Hopefully, then go bring internet cantona. Hopefully, then go bring 24-hour electricity cantona. But that is the vision that we get. We'll make sure Sierra Leone is all wired electrically, water, healthcare, school, everything. Swear to God, if Sierra Leone was like that at this particular point in time, I go to any villagers alone, water, electricity. That is why we appoint leaders. Them, you go, if some idiots go tell you, say, why you know they can't let you can do it? Why would I appoint the leaders that will get already? Why they not go do it for me? And when I the same one and back, you one day we go there, we get good intention for go fix the country. Una go fetch them back there. Because what you do, when a politician tell una say una go fetch them, don't mean well. When the people that we get good intention for can fix the country, now una go fetch them back, take on about that and big fool and stupidity. Hey, why you no come for can fix the country? Why you no come? You oversee the talk. Una will get chance. If I go with political parties, I'm going to tell you say, hey, but not register your political party, can't join with that. You know, go able for win election. Now the same one will go talk that way back. When you go there for go make the change, that the same one will discourage you. But this country not go easy for let change there. But they go say back, say, come late, come fet. Come now. Why you know they come? When you go there, the same one back will plot against you back for bring you down. This is the level of badat in which we'll get in Sierra Leone. For some Sierra Leoneans. But not all we all know. Some of we get pure heart. We'll get a lot of witchcraft and wizards them. Witchcrafts, wizards. Witches and wizards. And I continue. You get for change the mindset. I make we push for civic education. We push for education. We push for it. Because an enlightened society is the best. But when you're enlightened, you're left by that. When you're enlightened, you're left by that. But because of lack of enlightenment, lack of education, lack of civic values, I make bad work on the country. Anyways, guys, it's been a while. I want to touch base with you guys. I said I do this live today. I talk to her. I want to share them. I'm sure somebody will be blessed with it. I want to take care of herself. I love her as much. And then we all think salon. Yeah? I want you go to Google the assignments what they give you. Download a copy of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, the 1991 Constitution. Go to Google and just search. Download them, get a copy of them, save them. And I want you to read them so small. Yeah? And you go understand exactly where my thoughts come from. All right? Now take care of yourself. Have a beautiful Saturday. Like I eat my breakfast, so we will fix for me. Look good. And let me get to work. And the last days of summer, I'm enjoying the sunlight. Man, they burn me fine. They make me body black fine, you know. I'm enjoying it. So, yeah. In a few months, just know that to once we begin this house back there, Ibanit. So I they do me live inside my studio. Do all the fanciful stuff and all of that. But anyways, I go look the comments them later. Respond to comments them for me. I want you guys to be responding to comments. A lot of you guys don't respond. I want you to see comments and I respond to some of these people. I respond to them accordingly. I want to see that engagement, you know. It tells me a lot, because not only for they engage them, you engage them. Let's see on a level of understanding. It could tell me usa on day and usa we need for work on. Based on how they respond to some of these people, I go no say una self don't become very enlightened. All right. We're building a system here. People's Liberation Academy. We go contest that election, 2028. That is, if waiting the happy, so now we continue. 2028 is the next election. We contest that. If we not contest 2028, 2033, we contest that. We not get that for rush, no, so na small. We don't uptick the Allah. Fire. We get for good, no, so. Get prepared, man. Get prepared. The change is coming. All right. Bye-bye.